Mother Mary has stepped forward. The beautiful lady, one we have come to admire and respect, one that we know cares greatly for humanity, and one who has given great power and responsibility for the entire ascension process. And so it is of great interest to her to bring forth information on this topic. And she is saying this: you are correct. I have a great longing to see humanity rise to the next highest dimension, the soul encased in the body, so that the body itself rises to a higher vibratory level. And for those who understand some of the facts surrounding this statement, you know that rejuvenation will occur. For most people will go back to the age that they expressed physically at 35. If you make a plan to be younger, you will appear younger. It depends upon your intent, as this is a planet of intent. If that were the only key feature, being able to rejuvenate the body and live in a higher level of vibration, perhaps everyone would wish to attain this result. But that result is one of the most, shall we say, startling appearance to the human frame. It means a level where you can begin, where one can start to materialize what they want in their lives on a level that is unheard of today. Meaning, the souls start to remember how to take energy and turn them into hard physical evidence of what they desired. You might think that that is utter nonsense. How can you do that? But if you stop and think about it, it happens all the time in your plane, in the physical world. Not so much the human world, but in the physical. And you learn these things from science and accept it quite readily because your scientists proved it. We have photosynthesis, where plants make food simply by using the sun. They bring forth a result from energy. And there's other places that we can look for that too, where in your world energy is converted to something that is solid, something that can be traced, something that can be proven. So you know that exists. What you don't know is that after one ascends, you'll be able to do those things. You will be able to take energy and turn them into hard building block foundations that's controlled by the efforts of the mind only. And even though these seem like things that are far-fetched, it is simply a demonstration of the abilities that you might say mimic your creator. And this happens because your soul consists of particles that came from your Creator. So what seems impossible on a lower plane is actually very accessible on a higher plane, simply because you've already been programmed to do that. You were programmed to do that the moment that your soul came into creation. And that is because you received particles from the Creator, and they came directly to you. Therefore, the abilities that the Creator have came to you, true, in a diluted form, but nevertheless, they're there. So, if finding, you might say, the waters of youth again, and keeping the physical body at that level of youth, keeping the physical body in a state so that it does not need to face what you call death, transition, if that is not enough to encourage you to do all that you can to work towards ascension, then perhaps in addition to that, being able to create with energy would be another reason why you would do all that you can to be on board when this, you might say, availability to move into this new state presents itself to you as a human being. You would want that for yourself, for your families, for your country, would you not? And yet we find, even though the results are so startling, as you might say in your dialogue, so mind-blowing, yet people are so complacent. We don't understand it. They are so complacent as to even start to take some of the steps that are necessary to obtain these results. And I pause here so this thinking can sink in. All the money that you spend on products to keep you looking young really, as you know, only have a temporary enhancement. Nothing is really permanent to allow the physical body, especially the face, to look young. Yet we say to you, you can really turn back the clock, not temporarily, but permanently. And I pause again so that this thought sinks in. What is being offered by this cycle that we call 2012 perhaps should be called an opportunity to create using nothing but energy and to obtain eternal youth. Would you then think of ascension from a different point of view? And that, my friends, is what we're really talking about. Actually, we're talking about a whole lot more than this. We are talking about many other skills, the abilities that reflect the Creator's abilities that we choose not to go into at the moment, because we feel that if these two benefits do not attract your attention so that you are willing to do what is necessary to walk through that doorway of ascension, then nothing will attract your attention. And so I stop at these two things and I say, focus on that. Are these two events important enough to you that you would stop what you're doing for a few moments and listen to the real, you might say, workings of ascension and what it means to you? And so I say no more. I say, let the possibility of this be the tool that will open your eyes to what lays before you in a few short years. We're not talking about a lifetime away. We're talking about just a few short years. And if you haven't begun in this planning, you need to do it now. Now. And that's all that I have to say on the matter.